The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The low-pressure area east of Catanduanes has developed into a tropical depression and has been named Amang. Amang officially becomes the first storm to hit the country this year. As of 4 a.m., Pagasa spotted Amang at 475 kilometers east of Villa Catanduanes. It's packing maximum sustained winds of 45 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 55 kilometers per hour. Tropical Depression Amang is moving west-northwestward at 20 kilometers per hour. It is forecast to track generally westward towards Bicol region before turning northwestward. Pagasa expects Amang to remain as a tropical depression with a possibility of weakening into a low-pressure area by late Thursday or early Friday. For now, tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is in effect in some parts of the country. These are Catanduanes, the northern portion of eastern Samar, and the eastern portion of northern Samar.
Yung mga areas po na nabanggit na yan ay makakaranas ng mga malalakas na hangin na dulot ni Bagyong Amang, and itong mga areas or itong mga malalakas na hangin na ito ay posible pa rin po magdulot ng mga damages, lalong-lalo na sa mga structures na gawa sa light materials.
Prices of rice in markets have increased based on the monitoring of the Agriculture Department. DA Assistant Secretary Christine Evangelista noted, though, that the price hike is only minimal. The agency earlier said the country has a small volume of buffer stock, which signals the need to import.
Ang presyo po ng bigas ngayon ay nagva-vary. Depende po sa klase ng bigas. Meron po tayong nakikita sa mga palengke na regular milled na nasa 37 pesos, may 36 pa po. Nakikita natin sa palengke, hindi pa po ganun kalaki ang itinataas.
The DA also admitted that the effects of climate change are affecting the country's rice production. With this, Evangelista assured farmers that they will continue to receive financial assistance.
Meron tayong mga machineries na ipinamimigay. Patuloy din po yung ating rice farmers financial assistance. Alam po natin na meron pong challenges hindi lamang po dito sa Pilipinas ito, dahil yung sa production, yung climate change, that will all affect our productivity.
But Bantay Bigas spokesperson Kathy Estevillo said these are all just band-aid solutions. She called on the government to prioritize irrigation and allocate more funds for food security efforts.
May mga financial aid assistance na ibinibigay sa ating mga magsasaka, pero napakaliit, no? Sir Ed, 5,000, 3,000, tapos ang nabibigyan pa ay yung ang beneficiary lang nito ay yung mga farmers na ang kanilang tinitil o sinasaka ay 2 hectares pababa. Band-aid solution dahil wala talaga siyang mismong malinaw na policy, malinaw na programa kung paano talaga matutulungan, kung paano talaga ma-appease o paano ano yung climate change, impact ng climate change sa ating mga magsasaka.
Still on the agriculture front, 2 groups are flagging the lack of efforts and intervention on the government's part to curb the spread of the African swine fever in the country. The Meat Importers and Traders Association flagged the lack of technology and vaccines in the country that could help prevent the spread of the virus. The group says compared to other countries, the Philippines is falling behind when it comes to necessary investments in curbing ASF.
Well, African swine fever has been very difficult to eradicate. It took Spain 30 years to eradicate it after a lot of money and investment. China got ASF ahead of us. They're still grappling with it. So it's not that easy to eradicate. We don't have the investment capability. There is no vaccine. There's no medical intervention or veterinary intervention that is available to us right now. The only option is biosecurity, quarantine, and the like.
Meanwhile, the Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura questioned why government was so strict in the local movement of pork products but lax when it came to imports. The group said the lack of border control when it came to imported pork could have helped the spread of the virus.
We're chasing our own tails. Kasi we've been imposing protocol sa movement ng baboy, biosecurity sa farms. Linggo-linggo or almost twice a month, nagpapatest ng mga hog raisers ng baboy kung may ASF o wala. Ang higpit-higpit natin sa local producers, movement ng baboy within municipalities, within provinces, within regions, but our ports are very open, untested. Ang lahat ng pumapasok sa imported pork, they are never tested for the past 4 years. So talagang hindi matitigil ang ASF if we don't do the basic trade remedy, which is quarantine control.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos is asking 11 officials to go on leave pending investigation on their involvement in a drug haul from a police sergeant in 2022. Secretary Abalos said there was a, quote, massive attempt to cover up the arrest of Sergeant Rodolfo Mayo, who was arrested in a police operation last October 2022. Mayo was nabbed when police officers seized in Tondo, Manila, a Shabu Hall weighing more than 900 kilograms, amounting to about 6.7 billion pesos.
Alam mo, hindi tayo tatapos dito. Hindi ako naniniwalang ito lang mga tao ito. Malawak ito. Mahabang laban ito. And there are people na are entrenched in this very high position. Sa mga kapulisahan, tulungan nyo rin ako rito. Huwag kayong matakot. Lumabas tayo.
President Bongbong Marcos says sites under the country's enhanced defense cooperation agreement with the U.S. won't be used for offensive attacks. Marcos Jr. explained that the bases will just help the Philippines if it needs help, especially during calamities. China earlier warned that more EDCA sites may lead to a, quote, whirlpool of potential conflict in the Taiwan Strait.
Hindi tayo papayag na gamitin ang mga bases natin para sa kahit anong offensive na action. Ito ay para lamang tulungan ang Pilipinas kapag nangangailangan ng tulong.
The President maintained that the addition of 4 military bases under EDCA should not worry China. 2 new EDCA sites will be in the province of Cagayan and 1 each in Gamu Isabela and Balabac Island in Palawan.
Kung wala namang sumusugod sa atin, hindi na sila kailangan mag-alala dahil hindi naman sila natin lalabanan. At hindi naman, ang ginagawa lamang natin ay patuloy natin na pinapatibay natin ang depensa ng ating teritoryo, ang pagdepensa ng Republika.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.